After a few days of buying furniture and helping her daughter learn where the stores, doctor's office, and post office were in her new city, her mother went home to be with her sons. The day began when Hayley watched her mother drive away, and she thought, this is for real. She walked around the house and looked at her designs. She thought, this is perfect. I always wanted to have my own home. Sadly, so many young people like me cannot have this. She looked at her marigold-inspired stuffed sheep and thought, I hope Marigold loves living at Grandma's. Grandma lives in a more rural area, so she should love that. Well, it would be best if she stayed inside. Marigold could bring attention from those idiots to my family. I hope Grandma keeps her inside. Hayley played with her dolls in every room in the house. As she played, she thought, I have been waiting my whole life for this. She played happily for a while. Meanwhile, Aphrodite went to her son's house. She flew in, she said Eros as she landed. She walked in, then she said Eros. She walked a little more. Then she said Eros, where are you? As she flew around his place aggressively. She said Eros, did you take care of that stupid girl? Where are you at, Eros? She flew off to see if any of the neighbors knew what had happened to him. While Aphrodite was looking for her son, Hayley was living her best life. After playing for a while, she made lunch for herself. She prayed and then ate. As she cleaned up her mess, Hayley thought, I have seen every inch of this house. I have not seen much of the outside. I cannot walk around outside. Those idiots might try to kidnap me again. I wonder if he survived the fire I burnt him with. Well, I am not going back there to find out. Then she dropped the pan on the floor as she thought, I killed someone. She looked at the pan, then she thought, you don't know that. He could have landed in some water. He might be alive. Yeah, I better pray over this. Well, I already asked God to forgive me for every sin I ever committed. Do I need to single this one out? It is bigger than just about every bad thing I have ever done. I guess I better. Then she washed the pan and put it away. She went over to the area, she dropped the pan and thought, okay, then she prayed, sorry for catching that guy on fire. I believe Marigold told me his name, but I am not good at remembering people's names. However, please forgive me for catching him on fire. In Jesus' name, amen. She thought, okay, maybe I murdered someone. Maybe I did not. I really would like to see outside. However, Mum said to stay inside at all times. I am going to have to go to the doctor, the bank, or something at some point. Although I want to go outside, I am going to stay inside just in case they are, or she is still looking for me. If I killed her son, I wonder if she knows he is dead yet. I wonder if she knows I did it. I wonder when Aunt Karina, Sarah, or Brittany will come here. They are not going to check on me this soon. Meanwhile, Aphrodite knocked on the door of his closest neighbour's house. She waited for him to open the door. She thought, what is taking so long? Son opened the door and said, yes, oh, Aphrodite, how may I be of service to you? She walked past him and she said, where is Eros? He shyly said, well, I don't know. Then she turned to him and said, what took you so long to answer the door? He said, I don't know. Still angry, she said, when was the last time you saw him? He said, several days ago. She said, if you see him, send him to me immediately. He said nervously, yes, Aphrodite, I will. She went out, then she slammed the door behind her. As the day went on, Aphrodite asked many fairies if they had seen Eros. None of them had seen him for days. She landed back inside his house and stood there grieving her son. And she thought, what if he hurt one of his wings somehow and fell? She flew straight down from where he lived. She looked around on the shore. Then she walked into the low tide of the water and looked for him. She walked for a while, however she saw nothing. After looking for a little bit, she turned and saw something lying on the shore. She ran over to it, however the water made running impossible. However, she continued. Soon she reached whatever it was. It looked like a brunt person. As she studied this dead person, she soon realized it was Eros. She was hit with too many emotions at once. She began to cry, then she pulled out her phone and called the very police. Soon they arrived and investigated the scene. A couple of days later, an officer said, we found lots of water in his lungs and many severe burns. And the officer said, your son was set on fire and then must have fallen out of the sky into the water. He was so burnt that he could not swim. Then he drowned. Aphrodite went home. Once she was home, she thought, who was the last bitch I sent him to get after? A second, she recalled. She thought it was Haley caught her. That cunt, I will have my revenge. What should I do to her? Then it dawned on her. She flew off immediately. Then she went to the underworld. She said, most hideous monster, I need you to kill and eat this woman. She sent him a magical image of the magazine with Haley on it. The monster studied the image and then got up and began to look for Haley. Hades yelled, "Hey, who let the most hideous monster out?" Aphrodite flew off after she heard him shout, "Hey." As she flew, Aphrodite smiled at the thought of Haley getting torn apart by that thing. Soon she made it home.